Traveler and Paimon.
Ah, Traveler, welcome. Good to see you. What can I get?
We want some blackback perch stew.
All right, black.
Thanks, Chef Mao. I was just thinking about you guys, and now you're here. You mean you were about to come looking for us? Uh-huh. There's something I want to discuss with you guys. Did you happen to see how the city looked? Moon Chase Festival? Is that another one of Liyue's ancient traditions? That's right! Moon Chase is a big festival where we celebrate the arrival of the fall by moonlight. But it's completely different nowadays. We eat our favorite foods, spend time with friends and relatives, and sounds like Paimon's kind of festival. With your great taste in food, Moon Chase Festival is sure to be team. Hey! If you got a problem with Paimon's taste, just spit it out! So are you guys free these days? I'm taking part in this year's Masterful...
That's right. Getting some suggestions from friends will broaden...
Masterful chefs, huh? Right, yeah! I guess you probably haven't heard... Every year, Moon Chase Festival has a different theme, usually picked by the Qixing. Feast of the Bounteous Land. I totally agree! I heard it was Ningguang that came up with it. Well, I want to take part in the competition, coming up with new dishes, and so I was thinking I could get the this'll be a piece of cake! We've got friends from all over the map, Hat! You sound pretty confident. Well, you know, not to brag or anything. But first things first, let's have a Okay, great! Also, Golbat should be back soon, so we can...
Here's your blackback perch stew, folks.
It smells so good!
It's my pleasure.
That was so delicious.
Shaolin can be a bit of a...
Come on, Dad! Why would you say that?
Because I know you all too well, my dear. That's why.
Don't worry, we're all friends here. And Gloma's back. All right, let's pack up and head... Thinking that we're looking for, right? Hutao always seems to have a unique perspective, so let's make this... What? My ears are burning. Did somebody... Yeah, it's Paimon and the Traveler. Oh, and Xiangling. Oh, of course, Hutao. Wait, meaning you're here for some other reason, right? Well, Hutao, I wanted to ask you, what kind of food do you like? What food I like? Wow. So even Hutao gets lost for words. Come on, even the chirpiest birds... pretty sure clocking out is... Right! There's no need to overcomplicate it. Just pick a I see. Launching a new dish? Well, let me say right off the bat, nothing weird. Poached fish and shrimp dumplings. That's a bit ordinary, isn't it? Well, it is and it isn't. Think about it. Poached fish is hot and spicy with a powerful... Dynamic? Oh! No, not that kind of dynamic. A dish is more... Shrimp dumplings are more subdued, clear and smooth with a pure... Okay. Dynamic and static. So is this just another way of saying you should keep everything balanced? You know, a little meat, a little veggie, a little salt, a little sugar? Bingo! Except I don't think you need to have a sweet dish for... Okay, I think I got it. At first, how did I ever doubt you, Hutao? Think! When it comes to telling tales, the storytellers have got nothing on Hutao. Sounds suspiciously like a compliment to me. Uh-huh. Well, at least one of you get... Everything in this world runs on its own set of principles. Be it the circle of life or sugar and spice. You either get it or you don't. Since the Traveler seems to approve, I'll make sure to factor it in. I don't think so. Pretty much done here now. Let's Boo Boo Pharmacy. Yeah, you'll definitely
could get some interesting responses over there.
Go, Barbara, go!
The key here is consumer psychology.
Go, Barbara, go! Oh, it's you. Why, if it isn't the special guest... Yikes! What happened to Baiju's voice? Excuse me? Oh, it's just Changsheng.
Welcome, welcome. Here to procure an herbal remedy.
No. We actually came... I'm entering this year's cooking competition, so I wanted to ask you both... Oh, wait, there's 3 of you. I wanted to ask the 3 of you what kind of food you like. Most of you need to know it's all the same. No flavor.
Chi-Chi has some gustatory dysfunction and can...
Oh, I understand. That's fine. Still, I'd expect sensation. Coconut milk. Nice. Well, that doesn't help us. It's not a dish. How about you two? Anything like bite-sized morsels of meat?
I agree with Changsheng. Many of our patients are the elderly and young children. They find large chunks of fat. We also see plenty of people with colds and sore throats who find it difficult.
Got it. Would that be... medicinal soup.
I must apologize for having such...
That's okay. Everyone's input counts. Keeping it seasonal and suitable for all ages sounds like a pretty good idea to Paimon. Medicinal dishes have higher demands in terms of nutritional balance than the kind of food I normally cook. Food with substance. Always better. Everyone will like it. It's a great suggestion. Thanks, everyone. You're welcome. As long as we could help. It's great to have a doctor's unique perspective. I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, how you flatter me.
Receptivity to sensible suggestions make for a savvy chef. Oh, she is! Creating new dishes is Xiangling's favorite thing to do. You can be sure she'll put lots of care and attention into it. Everyone's got their hobbies, and mine is cooking. Usually great. That makes this whole trip worth it. All right, time to move on to the next. So we've got an independent thinker's perspective and a health perspective.
Greetings, friends. It's been a while. Hey, what brings you here?
Has something happened? What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone.
None here. You know how to get things done, Kitching. As long as it's with you, I...
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety?
Huh? Well, for starters, Ketching is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce. By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume.
You... well, it's a big one, right? It's such a...
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property. And
So, what's inside?
Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on and haven't managed to even dent it yet.
No weapon could smash it open.
Kuching has taken an unusually keen interest in...
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here? Were you looking for someone?
Actually, we were looking for all of you.
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
No, nothing like that.
Food preferences? That's a little unexpected.
I have rather simple tastes.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words.
A few weeks out on the open ocean would fix your flawed
What about you, Beto?
Me? If it's freshly cooked...
Paimon thought you would have said bar food.
Oh, bar food works too.
As for me, it's got to be seafood.
Okay, got it. So, seafood. And that's where I would disagree. Traveler, sure.
Oh my, they're my...
You need to wash and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips, then they're very precisely put together. They taste pure, the presentation is smart, and the skill needed to... So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trills, good food is all the same at the core?
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example.
Okay, got it. So Kuching loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that.
Alrighty. Thanks for all your input.
Traveler, Paimon, do you have anything good? I'd like you to help me investigate something.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate
My thoughts exactly. The Qixing has a public... I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's roots. My grandfather was a researcher of Liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the... Very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. One folktale even claims that the ancients found the Stove God's shrine, but there was no statue. Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. After many years of researching ancient texts, my grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying season... But this is all just theory and conjecture. Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, his successor should continue to respect our nation. That's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shut... It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central theme for this year's festival.
3 birds with 1 stone, huh? That's pretty. Hey, don't worry about that. Besides, we're only...
What? Why are you shouting?
Kuching, can I tag along for your investigation? Uh-huh. Since it's all about the Stove God, I might... Please, let me come along.
If it means that much to you.
Really? Yay! Thank you so much!
Now that that's settled, time to get going. Jingsa Village is said to be...
Alright, then it's off to Qingsa we go! Hi, Granny. We need your help with something. Are there any old books around Qingce Village?
Oh, looking for ancient texts, are we? There is an old warehouse.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Paimon didn't know they had a warehouse.
It came from that direction. Come on! Oz, reveal thyself!
Picked the wrong test subject.
I've come here to clean the book.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks to all of you.
We'll try not to take up too much of your time.
The stove god?
Huh? Really?
Yeah, a friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. We use stoves for cooking, and stoves are built from rock. Some people think that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo.
Seems logical enough. But do you have any books on the topic?
Oh, any questions? Please, ask away.
Hey, it's Chongyun and Xingqiu.
Hello, one and all.
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading. And
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
I see the Yuheng Kuching is with you. Whatever.
Master Xingqiu, if I may be so bold, do you...
Since I personally selected which volumes to store here, I do have some recollection of their contents. If my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, which...
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way. Sheng, I will take care of things here. You're free to go about your own business.
They're back! So did you find it?
Yes, Master Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying the Legends of Liyue does indeed mention the Stove God. It says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun.
The body of a dragon? The story's about...
That much is true. But this is the only passage in the whole book. If there's nothing further to discover here, it seems we'll have to look at other options.
I come from a long lineage of exorcists, and our family too has amassed a number of ancient texts. Now that you mention the Stove God, I seem to...
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different. I apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All things that existed here in the past have left their trace. So long as we do not abandon our search, it is sure to bear fruit eventually. Thank you all. We will continue our investigation elsewhere.
Oh, hold up! I had a question too. Xingqiu, Chongyun.
Food? Oh no.
Yeah, I totally am.
Xiangling, this is a major event. I beg you.
What do you mean, strange?
Mushroom slime stew, to give one example.
Okay, fair enough. That dish is...
Well, in that case, I like cold food.
That's 'cause you can't handle hot and spicy, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes with minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and broth, seafood or freshwater fish, either boiled or steamed. These kinds of dishes I am most partial to.
No surprises from the Guhua Geek. Okay, another mild child. Got it.
These are just personal preferences, and everyone's are quite different.
Of course! You're my customers, and putting a smile...
Though Xiangling's market research blade stabs often into the dark, her heart never...
If anyone can win hearts and minds with their cooking, No, where's all this praise coming from? Sorry for holding you all up. Not so... Over to you, Kuching! Wait...
So we've learned the Stove God allegedly made an appearance. Longshu Inn is close by, so let's stop up.
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways. May you—
Yes, best of luck. If you run into any difficulties, come and—
Let's go! Next stop, Wangshu Inn.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the prince.
Traveler, who are all these people?
Friends of ours! Allow Paimon to introduce Xiangling, Guoba, and Kuqing.
Kuching?
Hi.
It's not that. It's... I'm just your typical
Look at that strong body. He's powerful.
So, is there something I can help you with?
Let me fill you in.
Okay, I see.
Legends claim that the Stove God once appeared at the Guili Assembly. As Wangshu Inn is the oldest extant building in this area, any historical texts from around— Is there a room in this inn for storing books?
Well, now that you mention it, we do have a fair few ancient texts here. If you are happy to wait here for a few minutes, I'll... Oh, Traveler, there's something I need to discuss.
What is it? We need to pay up or something?
What? No, I wouldn't take your money. We're all friends here.
A satisfying salad? What for?
Yeah, guy who hangs out on the roof terrace, you know? Good-looking fella, not too tall.
Shh! Don't you think he can hear you?
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe. The boss told me to take care of him, but this guy... Let me tell you, But the boss tells me you once made him a satisfying salad, and it all went down so well.
Oh, so this is for show!
Well, that's life, right? You gotta look out for your own people. All right then. Wait right here. I'll be just 1 minute.
Clock is ticking! 59!
Sorry for the trouble, Traveler. Okay.
Here you are.
Thank you ever so much.
While Kuching's reading her book, let's make... Oh, I'd love to come watch too. Okay, shall we
Go ahead and get started. I'll just watch from over here.
That should do it!
All right, thanks for that. I think I've...
You got all the steps down, right?
Of course. Don't forget, I am the best chef around these parts.
Let's go see what Kuching and Xiangling are up to. Kuching! Xiangling! We're back!
You finished cooking? Good timing.
And? Useful?
Useful. There is a passage I quote. 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. Many were settled there, where they hunted in groups, farmed the land. When the Stove God descended, one god became many, all of which were the height of children. This is a radically different account from the one given in Taking the text at face value, went out among the common folk and taught them to create fun.
Now that's a god who truly cared for their...
So, we've got 2 leads, but they...
By continuing our investigation and reserve... Thank you for this text, Yanxiao.
It's my pleasure, really. Think nothing of it. Listen, you've helped me an awful lot. Not just today, but in the past...
Wow, he sure sounds confident in his cooking. I like that. I really want to try his cooking. I say we take him up on his...
It's hard to refuse a generous offer like... Yanxiao, we await your culinary...
I won't...
I recommend Wangshu Inn. The scenery there is unmatched.
why all our rooms are already booked out.
After peak season, that means
Everybody, please be seated!
You'd think you own the place.
I'll sit here with Boba.
Here we are. That's everything you ordered.
It smells amazing. It smells beautiful.
Strange. I never would have guessed that such a gifted chef worked here. This had...
Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn, but the fact is it's much more than that. Please enjoy your meal at your leisure. I should get back to work now.
Yan Xiao, are you taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs?
Huh? You too?
Yep, I've signed up already, and I've got my eyes on the prize. Your cooking's delicious, Yan Xiao. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the final.
Huh. Interesting. All right, I'll see you there.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
No, it seemed more sportsmanlike than...
Yep, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent, and it showed he has a level-headed personality. That's the kind of chef that could be a match for me. I haven't had any competitive cooking experience since my... You're too kind. Guoba, what are you doing?
Guoba's eating the...
Those were Kuching's. How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Oh, my golden shrimp.
Huh? You ate every last one? Oh, Guoba, we've been through this. I'm so sorry, Kuching. I promise I'll make it up. What's the big deal? We can just get another plate. After all, it's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go back and change the feeling of despair. The dining experience is a trinity of emotion, food, and atmosphere, and you've got to have all three to make it work.
I have to say...
I'm gonna make it up to you, Kuching. Is there anything you...
I don't have high hopes for this. But equally, if you insist, there is one dish that perhaps you could try...
No problem.
I'll get it to you when we're back in Liyue Harbor. Traveler, have you finished eating? Before we do anything else, let's head...
This weather is so amazing. I could burst into song.
I need to go home to fetch my grandfather's note.
Wait! I'll go get everything ready. Traveler, what about you? Are you gonna do your own thing?
I actually have something to discuss with her.
Okay, gotcha.
Traveler, come here for a moment. I need your advice on something.
Seriously? That's
What's so strange about it?
You're super smart, and you're always so sure of you.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Xiangling's always so... I'm just not used to dealing with people who are so warm right from the get-go. Oh.
What's making Kuching so... ingredients to see what I missed. Oh, we're gonna do this now? What is it? This is your idea! Why you gotta... Okay, so back at Longshu Inn, we noticed you and Yuck! Keqing's good-natured and easy to be around. You're a braver person than Paimon. The first time we met Keqing, Paimon found her pretty intimidating. You think so? I remember thinking straight away that she was really easy to get along with. Didn't you see her sneaking treats to Goba back at Wangshu Inn? Yeah, she's great. We know that now. First impressions? Oh, okay. We've eaten shellfish before, but I don't think we've ever... Oh, you're missing out. I'll grill some for you another time. But anyway, Keqing's like a shellfish. Maybe a little closed off at first. Not to mention that even after her favorite food was stolen away, she was still happy looking after Guoba. You make a good point. You know, Xiangling's intuition for people seems... Alright, let's see. We're okay for carrots and crab, and we... Huh? What was that noise? What's going on? What the... That bird is huge! Ah, it's the ladybird!
Excuse me, one shall not be addressed in such a manner. One shall be known as Adeptus. Whose name should you care to mention it?
Cloud Retainer.
Well spoken. One shall let this young lady's enlightened words. A while it has indeed been, traveler. Does one surmise correctly that you hasten hither to partake in the... Ah, so even the illustrious traveler has been summoned to attend the Moonchase Festival. As expected, this year's theme stands proud against the test of public scrutiny.
The theme? You mean Feast of the Bounteous Land?
The very same. Moonchase Festival falls during the season when many cooking ingredients are ripe. Hence, it is a fitting time to enjoy the finest of foods. Let it be known that one's culinary proficiency and ingenuity is uncontested in all the world.
Supreme cuisine? What? What's a supreme cuisine?
Patience. One's purpose here today is to meet and to greet. Traveler, you are one who has witnessed much of the culinary world. When the day comes, one would be most pleased to see you in attendance.
Oh, so we're officially invited?
That which is implicitly understood needs not be made explicit. I shall say no more and dwell here no longer. Await my word. Be there or beware.
This bird always disappears just as quickly as she shows up. She seemed like someone very prestigious and very talented at cooking. She definitely...
What are you all huddled together over here for?
Yay! Keqing's back!
Sorry I kept you waiting, Xiangling. This is the recipe from my grandfather's notes. Unfortunately, the texts my grandfather worked with were very old. Usually
Oh, okay. Give me some time.
Sorry for the trouble.
That voice sounds familiar.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation.
You mean Cloud Retainer? I saw her too. She just suddenly...
Lady Keqing, you saw her too? Do you, have a moment?
What is it, Ganyu? Has something urgent come up while I've been out?
No, it's nothing work-related. I wanted to ask...
A personal matter?
Please, Lady Keqing? This is...
I
noticed Cloud Retainer was here for quite a while.
About your childhood?
What? Really? I was getting really worried. Once she gets talking to people,
Your name didn't even come up, so you've nothing to worry about.
Keqing, how are you not asking a bunch of questions right now?
Please, no, don't do that to...
Of course not. Whatever it is, if Ganyu has a secret and she wishes to keep it that way...
Yes?
Keqing, thank you.
What's that got to do with...
Oh my, you're right, I should. Okay, everyone, please excuse me. I should get back to work now.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Don't worry, Ganyu, we will.
Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.
Just ignore her.
fun. I just had an idea. It only occurred to me when that Adeptus— Ooh, could be.
I don't want to assert either way.
In that case, we should go ask the Adepti about it.
Master...
Uh-huh. She's over at Eugene Terrace.
As expected of my daughter.
Hello, Xiangling.
Madam Ping is Xiangling's master?
I did not expect that.
Master, how are you keeping these days? Are you well?
Oh, very well, thank you. What a surprise it is that you all had the time.
Hello.
Master, we came here because we have a question for you. Do you know
Of course I know that.
Does this mean you know them personally?
Ah, I see. It's the Moon Chase Festival, isn't it? How interesting.
That's right. We're investigating something that...
I see. The great stone surfaces. I must commend your guesswork this far. Moon Chase was originally a rite observed by the Adepti, not something in which the ordinary people of Liyue would ever partake. On nights when the moon shone bright, everybody would get together for joyful reunions. There would be fine food, fine wines, and choice teas. Later, Rex Lapis unified all of these various festivals under the Moon Chase name to honor
Rex Lapis.
That friend made many contributions to Liyue, and Rex Lapis would not have them go unrecognized. Turning this season into a commemoration of his old friend was also a way to honor that friendship. I can only presume that the Stove God Festival was one of the many subsumed into the Moon Chase Festival.
In the hands of Rex Lapis, our nation's traditions were faithfully upheld.
Ah, Kuching, I simply won't allow you to be so down on...
Thank you.
Lady Kuching.
Huh?
Lady Kuching, Lady Ningguang wishes to speak with you.
Ningguang's looking for me? Must be important. Please excuse me.
There she goes.
Do you want to know who Rex Lapis is?
Oh! Paimon, guys!
Yes, precisely. There are few genuine coincidences. The Stove God was a good friend of mine, too. What a pity it is that...
How could that happen?
It is to everyone's regret that the Stove God passed. But gods cannot be fully destroyed.
Really? Master, you must...
Yes. Thinking, I'm pleasantly surprised to find that Kuching is investigating this. She is a tenacious child, and unfortunately, however, I cannot Kuching's grand...
You knew Kuching's grand...
Of course. I count all the people of Liyue among grandparent and grandchild are definitely made from the same mold. both diligent enough to take on anything, and I like to think of for new blossoms must bloom on the branches. My dears, you are absolutely right to focus your investigation. I should like to see the stone for myself if...
You're all here. I was just about to
Kuching, has the stone undergone...
A crack has appeared in one corner, but...
What happened?
More likely a natural occurrence. Our weapons have had no...
How would a natural occurrence?
This is because the stove god draws...
All the books say the stove god is the deity of...
Statues draw power from their people. Ningguang and I chose...
Plus, a lot of families have So if the stone cracked because Leo has started getting festive, that's gotta be it. Right, Master?
Well, we'll have to see then, won't we?
Okay, the fact that the selections phase of Masterful Chefs will be held indoors and seemed...
And when the finals end...
It's definitely a possibility.
Well, I've already signed up, so
Yes, for a chef as accomplished as yourself.
All this talk of cooking competitions is making my